Yeah, people like that are everywhere, fam. And you're not like, you just the whole time you're speaking my media voice. It's real voice, it's real thoughts. It's real voice. Brother man, come on.
Content over everything.
Practice this verse by concrete example.
Why isn't the example I brought you
one
concrete?
wife, 2 daughters, 1 boy. How do you calculate this?
Why isn't the example I brought you concrete? Why isn't the example I brought you concrete?
Can you answer the question?
I don't want to, because it's not relevant. Because it's not relevant, because I've shown that it's pathological. I'm bringing you a pathological example which doesn't work, and you want to talk about a different one.
The only time he tells the truth, the only time he tells the truth when he's reading that direct from the Quran. And then
When you use the example, this is irrelevant.
Yes, because I'm showing you the case where it doesn't work. I'm showing you the case where it breaks down. So you need to account for that. Instead, you're the one going like this. You don't deal with the direct issue.
Everyone
They're all rubbish. Shamsi is yeah, of course.
Shamsi, bro, hijab, everyone.
Yes,
And he doesn't have the knowledge. How many people are talking about this?
I'm talking about a specific. What I've said, I promise you, I've represented the Sunni position accurately. So I'm not kind of guessing it wrong as to what situations apply.
Why he's doing this thing with us now? Why not the fuck? He's doing this thing. That's his thing.
No, I'm using the right scenarios though. Like, are you Sunni or Shia? Okay, because I asked because Shias have a different view of these verses.
No, but you know, the way you mention the numbers and adding it up, you realise it's based on different times, because obviously if it's a
knows it. Consciously knows it. Because he knows
but you're adding up all the numbers and coming to the conclusion.
He's a jacket, man.
But I'm talking about. So these rules are meant to apply in general, okay? And I'm saying, what if a man dies and he has this particular family? What's the word? This particular family, okay, and he has two daughters, a wife, and a mother and a father. And then in that situation, the verses which apply are the ones that I read out. I promise you. We can. I mean, I can read out the whole verses from beginning to end, but it gets a bit long-winded. Why? Why what?
Why are you so concerned about inheriting?
Well, it's just one example. Like another example of the errors. It's one example of the errors in the Quran. There are other errors in the Quran, like Juj and Majuj.
What do you mean?
There are other errors in the Quran, like Juj and Majuj.
Yes, but you've already
Yeah.
Why does that? Bro, you understand that this will happen at the end of time. You understand that we've already established that is there no fly zone? Is there no fly zone? Yes.
You're saying about the Quran not being correct, right? You said there's things that are incorrect about it, right?
Yes.
Incorrect is ambiguous. These are proven right, no wrong. And that's proven 80%. Now I'll just tell you this because I've got to go now. But 80% of the Quran has been proven based on science, and that's in the last decade, 20, 30, 40 years. It's obviously been proven more. And 80% of the Quran has been proven to be correct, with 20% being ambiguous, neither right, neither wrong. So when you have a stance like that, that means in future there is a possibility that more of the Quran will be more, it will come true, and then there will be truths to it, maybe based on science. Based on science, you can tell so many things, like for example, the embryo, all these aspects of the Quran. It's been proven, so it's not. But
no, but the embryo in particular hasn't.
It hasn't yet been proven. So obviously you got that 20%. So it's ambiguous. You can't say it's wrong, and you can't say it's right.
All right, let's
based
go
on
along.
my faith, okay. If 80% is correct, okay, and that's by fact, yeah, and that means that I can my faith, right? I believe that 20% is ambiguous. I can take that, yeah, that is actually true.
Okay.
So like for example, you say Juju Majud, that's ambiguous. You can't say yes or no, and you're talking about how
it's very unlikely.
No.
Yes and no doesn't.
I've been listening, and you've been mentioning about like planet Earth and stuff like that. If you try to look for images of planet Earth, Okay, yeah, that's not
It's
actually
one of them ones,
pixelized.
I'm not actually doing
No, but
it.
like, if you look at it, literally, you can't.
What's in my hand?
You take planet Earth based on how you see it. You know, they edit things, obviously. In your mind, you're like, okay, that's everything. But there is more out there that you don't know. And they haven't. And they've proven. Look at the sea, the ocean. They haven't even discovered okay, but up until that point, you can't. It's ambiguous. Even that. You understand what I'm saying?
I think even without satellite images, people have explored all over the world. But I mean, we've talked about it before. But like, if you're in the park later, we should discuss more because I think James, yeah, is nag, is hat. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, take care. Okay.
We've already established that there's no fly zone.
Yes.
If I could have a jet, I couldn't just fly around. There's lanes. There's no fly zones.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the huge.
Okay. Yeah, we've already and the idea that we have not found Juj and Majuj due to no fly zones is also
the
totally
possibility
crazy.
that there's more land where we are and we haven't explored 100% of it. That goes.
Yeah, it's unlikely. It's totally unreasonable.
No. What's this then?
How could we not have found a group of billions of people living on Earth that are trapped behind a wall? How could we not have found that already? You're asking us to believe that there are these billions of people trapped until the end of time, and yet we somehow haven't found them. Do you know how much land mass you would need in order for a billion people to live? Like,
Have you explored the world? Have you explored the world?
Well, have I personally explored? Sorry, I can't help it. I apologize.
Summer, man. I know. 25
Well, no, it's warm. It's warm. Yeah, it's warm. Anyway,
Just professional liar.
Keep looking at him.
no, I'm not. You always say that.
Keep looking at him. Talk to us, but keep looking at him.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, it's totally unfeasible that it is.
Like I said to you,
for billions of people,
I can't go around
billions
exploring the
of
world, bro. I've told you that already.
no, other people have explored the world. Like I already explained this. Like every country has ordnance survey maps. People have mapped out. They found all the rivers. They found the mountains. They've mapped out the lay of the land, the contours. During the process of mapping out the world, which was done before satellites, you would have found they would have found Juj and Majuj.
And the sophistication of this place that we're living in, bro.
You
have more knowledge. You probably know dot for dot what Islam than me and stuff from you. You're applying the knowledge in the wrong way.
He made a video.
What?
You don't know the fundamentals of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah,
You don't know the fundamentals of the Creator.
This guy is Asian.
If you hear about the Creator, limitless.
Yeah, he's Muslim. He says he's Muslim.
But
Why is that not a possibility?
That's the thing, Asian.
like.
We've already established that.
I think there might be a God. I think there might be a God. I think there might be a God.
So then let's speak about it then.
Okay. What do you want to speak about gods?
They're established.
Yeah, I'm agnostic.
But they got, you get.
I don't necessarily.
I mean, I think we're gonna repeat ourselves,
I've
man.
been talking to you just about.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point in doing it again on camera. Yeah, and sorry we weren't able to provide a very, sort of organised discussion, Leon. But yeah, I think that would be okay.
Racial groups, like the black community and things like that.
Yeah. You're whispering. You can't drop it for the mic.
I think we aren't going to be on television. We aren't interesting.
No. I'm not saying drop it. I'm saying, like what I was saying to you earlier, what we need to do is we need to put the religion to the side. No, keep it personal.
We're gonna die.
Link up with other groups.
Religion is a life.
Yeah, your personal life. It's your personal life.
And my brother's life. We're connected. Ummah connected. All brothers.
Right, let's say me and you got different beliefs.
You will see brothers in humanity.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying. Let me put my philosophy and keep it in my head. You keep it in yours until we've sorted out differences.
It's not the
Yeah, in a nice table. Yes, yes, exactly. Big up, my brother. Big up, yes.
You make it stronger within yourself. But I'm not going to try and convince you of my thing yet, because we got differences we need to overcome.
I don't think I have any.
Yeah, but
Today, I was exposed on one point. Like I was discussing with Hashim a particular hadith, and I assumed that the story of Adam and Eve in the Quran was the same as the story of Adam and Eve in the Bible. And so when Hashim showed me that they were different, I had to say like, oh look, I made a false assumption. I thought that they were the same because, you know, I just assumed that those two bits were the same. And so, you know, when I am actually exposed to proven wrong, I say yes, of course. But, you know, when someone gives me an explanation and I find that explanation flimsy and, you know, that it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to just accept it. So I haven't been exposed in that case.
Let's backpedal for me, yeah? Let's backpedal for me. Before you said, yeah, one of the reasons why you said before why you don't believe in or you don't have knowledge about Yajuj and Majuj is because why? It's because it's very unlikely.
Yeah.
Now, like I said to you before, this is referring back to the Creator. When it comes to the Creator, limitless.
Okay.
No limits are put into it. So if you can't understand the story of Yajuj and Majuj and understand where they're located, yeah? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like I said to you before, bro, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best when judgment is.
Okay.
But you right now, bro, you can fix your actions. So,
but I want to address your point about the Creator being limitless.
Because you're talking a lot. So would it make you happy if you saw a Yajuj and Majuj? Would you say, I believe in Allah?
Yeah, that would be, well, that would be pretty good evidence, actually. That'd be quite amazing.
Okay, so now let's switch up the evidence. So now let's switch up the conversation. When you say to me, oh, it's unlikely, it's a belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put them there. It's a belief until you say, show it to me. Because I can't. I can only tell you via knowledge that I've learned. And I've read upon it, and I've heard it.
Why should I believe your claims? I believe in claims based on evidence. If there's more evidence for something, then I'll have a higher degree of belief in it. Like, I'm trying to be as rational as possible. You know, if I'm going to, sorry about that, sorry. But yeah, if I'm trying to be as rational as possible. If based on the rational evidence, I find it unlikely that you know. I find it unlikely that these claims are true, then I think it would be unjust of God to punish me for not placing belief in those claims. I think it would be unjust.
Look, you said to me that you're an agnostic.
Yes.
You don't even believe in God. But
how
is the same person saying to me it will be unjust of God? Who are you, brother?
No, I'm saying if...
Literally, bro.
No, I said, if there was a God and he punished me...
What's your name? Tell her name.
They know my name. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's done now. Yeah. But,
do you outro?
What?
So that's next time. What's your name?
James.
That's next time for James. To next week at the Speaker's Corner.
Shut up.
Come on, man. Do your outro.
I do like giving outros sometimes because I don't get to finish my points.
Finish your point.
Because no, I don't think this was a real discussion.
Try this proof. Oh no, I'm you need to apply the knowledge.
What's your actual aim? Like when you see, so like, do you have like a list of things that you found that you want to get out of?
Come take over everything from your government.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
You know what it is? They keep quoting this Phil. I've seen the calibre of Muslims you've been speaking to. Just okay. You spoke to some.
Well, Hamza sorts this. What do you think of him? He's made this argument.
When?
What do you think of him?
When?
Oh, go and look up his arguments.
When?
Well, I don't know the date off the top of my head. Go and look up his debates with atheists. He makes this argument every time.
Let me give you a different position. Okay. What we've discussed is this. There's an idea of trying to get